Hello, aspirants. How are you all today? We are back with our today's daily current affairs session. So, this is the PDF of the daily current affairs notes along with the static GK. This you can download from our Telegram channel Focus Prep Current Affairs. The link is given in the comment section. Okay, in the Telegram channel, you will also get all the weekly, daily MCQ PDF, the weekly current affairs along with the MCQ PDF, everything is available there. Okay, so please join this Telegram channel. Okay, now let's start with today's most important current affairs. Here in this video, I will discuss all the important concepts, all the important English terms and meanings that you need to understand. Okay, so just go through this video once and then solve all the MCQs that we provide, and that will be enough for your exams. Okay, so let's first understand, try to understand and focus less on memorizing. Okay, now the first important current affairs, Gabon has approved a new constitution to end the dynastic rule in a landmark referendum. Okay, so Gabon, they have held a referendum and they 91% of the voters, they have approved for a new constitution. Okay, so what is a referendum? A referendum is a vote, okay, where all the citizens of a country can vote on a particular political question. That is called a referendum. Okay, now what happened is that there was a dynastic rule that was going on in Gabon. Okay, for 55 years, for the past 55 years, there has been a dynastic rule going on. Okay, now they want to introduce a civilian government with a constitution. So for this, the referendum was held and 91% people have approved that. Okay, so this is a historic moment for Gabon. Now, Gabon, where is it located? Gabon is located in the Atlantic coast of the Central Africa. So, it is a Central African country located at the Atlantic coast of Central Africa. This again important for you GK. What is the official language of Gabon? It is French. Okay, it was a French colony. So, since it was, it has its colonial history with the France. So, French is still the official language. So, important to remember these languages and these, information that we have provided in these boxes. Okay. The capital city of Gabon, it is in Libreville, and Gabon uses as its currency, it uses the Central African franc. Okay, CFA franc. Okay. Next important, important point that you have to remember from this part is that Gabon and Togo, these two countries, they joined the Commonwealth in the year 2022. Okay, and they became respectively the 55th and the 56th members. So Gabon became the 55th member of the Commonwealth and Togo became the 56th member. So they joined in 2022. Important. All right. Now let's look at the next point of current affairs. West Bengal has won the fourth National Fin Swimming Championship 2024. So important sports current affairs, right? This is called the National Fin Swimming Championship. Okay, it is an underwater sport. Okay, so under the water swimming takes place using fins. So that is why the name Fin Swimming Championship. This was the fourth edition, and who have won it? West Bengal. Okay, so West Bengal, this state has won it, winning 151 medals. And where was this held? This was held in New Delhi. Okay, this was held in the Syama Prasad Mukherjee swimming pool complex in New Delhi. Okay, so important to remember which state won, where it took place. Okay, and what kind of sport it is. It is underwater sport. Okay. Next current affairs, Jyoti Shurekha Vennam wins gold. Abhishek Verma bags silver at the GT Open 2024. So this GT Open, this is, what is this? This is a tournament. Okay, it is an indoor archery competition that has taken place in Luxembourg. Okay, just remember Luxembourg, that is enough. Now GT Open, it is an indoor archery competition. So you have to remember that it is a type of indoor archery competition. Okay, important if you're SSC aspirant, important for your GK/GS section. Okay, now in this GT Open, the in the women's category, Jyoti Shurekha Vennam from India have secured the gold medal in women's compound archery, and in the men's section, okay, Abhishek Verma has won silver medal. So he is the runner-up, Abhishek Verma, in the men's competition. Clear? Now let's look at another sports current affairs. Odisha wins 14th Hockey India Senior National Championship. So 14th Hockey India Senior National Championship, this was held in Chennai. Okay, in Chennai this has taken place and Odisha has won this tournament. So you have to remember who has won it, Odisha, where it took place in Chennai. Okay. The finals took place in the SD80 Mayor Radha Krishnan Stadium in Chennai. Okay. Ayushman Vyay Vandana card. Okay, so this is a healthcare related, scheme related news. Ayushman Vyay Vandana card has been launched for providing healthcare benefits for the senior citizens. Okay, and this Ayushman Vyay Vandana card, this is a key initiative under the Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. So this Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, right? PMJAY. This was launched when? This was launched in the year 2018, right? So under this scheme, this Ayushman Vyay Vandana card, this has been introduced. And why has this card been introduced? What will it do? It will provide comprehensive healthcare benefits, okay, so it will ensure all the free treatments in the hospitals, okay, across the nation and everything, exclusively for the age, for the senior citizens above the age of 70 years. All right. So this card is exclusively the eligibility. You have to remember that this is for individuals, for senior citizens who are above the age of 70 years. And what will this card do? It will offer a universal eligibility with no income cap to benefit the poor, the middle class, and the upper class alike. So it doesn't matter which income category you belong in, okay, whether you are a poor person or a middle class or upper class, for everyone, this is a card that can be utilized by everyone. Okay, so this card has been released, and just the eligibility is just that the senior citizen have to be above the age of 70 years. Okay, now, under this PMJAY scheme, this has been launched. So, let's talk a little bit about this PMJAY as well. So, this scheme, as I told you, it was launched in 2018, and it is the largest government funded health insurance scheme in the world. Okay, so not only in India, it is the largest government funded healthcare, health insurance scheme in the world. Okay, so India is leading the way. Now, this what are the details about this PMJAY? It provides a sum of insured, so the insurance sum amount, you have to remember that it is rupees 5 lakh rupees per family, okay, for secondary and tertiary care. This amount of money, this is insured under PMJY. So this 5 lakh rupees per family, this data, this you need to memorize. Okay, now, the eligibility for PMJY scheme, it is an entitlement based, targeting the beneficiaries who are identified from the data of the ACCC, that is the socio-economic caste census. So government uses this socio-economic caste census data, okay, to provide these beneficiaries, targeted beneficiaries. Okay, this is not for everyone. Now let's talk about how this scheme is funded. Okay, so the sharing, okay, the cost sharing of this particular scheme is in the ratio of 60-40 for the states. Okay, so between states and union territory, states and the union of India, that is the central government, it is divided in the ratio of 60-40. And also for the union territories which have legislatures, right? So all of the union territories in India doesn't have legislature. Okay, so those union territories with legislature and with the states, the central, they divide it in the 60-40 ratio. Okay, in case of northeastern states and Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, as well as Uttarakhand, the central, they share it in the 90s to 10 ratio. That is to say that central, they provide the 90% of the, they bear the 90% of the cost, and the 10% it is borne by these states, the northeastern states, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. Now, for most of the schemes, you will see that the northeastern states, the division with the northeastern states is generally 90 is to 10. Okay, because these states, they are, by the in the terms of financial resources, they are poor. So central tries to bear the most of it. Okay, so in this case, in PMJY, this 90-10 division, it is also applied for Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, along with this northeast states. And for the union territories which do not have a legislature, okay, for them it is 100% centrally funded. Okay, now who is the implementing body? The National Health Authority. Okay, this is an autonomous body, so it is an independent body. Okay, they look after implementing this PMJAY scheme. Okay, in regard to the states, the state health agency, they are the apex body in each state. So the National Health Authority, they are the implementing agency nationwide. Now in a particular state, the someone have to take up the responsibility to implement it. So the apex body for the states is the state health agency. So the national health authority, there at the top, they will implement it with the help of these state health agencies of every state. Okay, at the state level. All right, now let's look at the next current affairs. Magnus Carlsen and Katerina Lagno shine at the Tata Steel Chess India tournament. Okay, so the Tata Steel Chess India tournament, this is taking place, and here Magnus Carlsen, who is a Norwegian chess grandmaster, okay, he has won the Blitz title. Okay, Blitz title. This has been won by Magnus Carlsen, and you have to remember that he belongs to the Norwegian region. Okay, Magnus Carlsen have claimed victory in the rapid event category. Blitz title have been won by Magnus Carlsen, and this tournament, this was held where in Kolkata in West Bengal. Okay, in the women's category, the women's Blitz champions, okay, here Katerina Lagno from Russia, she has won this women's Blitz title. All right, now, what is blitz chess? Blitz chess is also known as speed chess, which involves games with a fast time control. So there is a timer going on, and it is a fast chess. It is speed chess. So that is what is called blitz chess. So that is why the blitz titles. All right. Now let's look at the next very important, very important current affairs. K. Sanjay Murthy appointed as India's next Comptroller and Auditor General. This name you have to remember, India's next Comptroller and Auditor General K. Sanjay Murthy. Okay, so remember this. And who appoints the CAG, the CAG? Who appoints it? The President of India appoints the CAG. Right. Now let's talk about this office of CAG a little bit. This is a part of your polity, part of your GS, but we need to discuss it a little bit. Right. So this name K. Sanjay Murthy, definitely you have to remember from current affairs. You have to remember that the President of India, he appoints the CAG. And what is the function of CAG? So what is CAG? CAG, what is the function? He audits the accounts of the central and the state governments, all the public sector enterprises, okay, all the government funded organizations. Their auditing, okay, of their financial accounts is done by the CAG. Okay, so which all accounts? Central and state government accounts, all the public sector enterprises, theirs, and also the other government funded organizations. Very powerful, position this CAG has. Okay, now, the article that is related with CAG, you have to remember this article 148, very important for your GS section. So, article 148 establishes the office of the CAG. What is the serving term? The term is for 6 years or till the age of 65, whichever is earlier. So, the retirement age is either 65, but before attaining 65 age, if someone has already served for a term of 6 years, then he will have to retire. Okay, so either for 6 years he will serve, or he will serve till the age of 65, whichever is earlier. Okay, now, the CAG can only be removed through the process which is similar to the impeachment of a Supreme Court judge. Now, that is quite a lengthy procedure. If you don't know, you should know it, right? So, first of all, there are certain grounds only on based on which a Supreme Court judge can be impeached. There are three grounds. Okay, and if even in those grounds, it has to be the Supreme Court judge. If you have to impeach him, he has to be proven guilty. Okay, and if both the houses of the parliament they find them to be guilty on those charges, only then an impeachment is completed. So far, no Supreme Court judge have been, impeached in India. So only you can understand how powerful this, office of CAG is, that CAG can only be removed through this process, the process by which impeachment of a Supreme Court judge takes place. Okay. Now, the CAG is ranked ninth in terms of precedent and has the same authority as a sitting Supreme Court judge. So, you can understand how important and how powerful this office is. Okay, so he has a power and authority similar to that of a sitting Supreme Court judge. Okay, now let's talk about the next current affairs. National Integration Day honoring Indira Gandhi's legacy. So, National Integration Day, this is observed every year on November 19th to mark the birth anniversary of Indira Gandhi. So Indira Gandhi, she was born on this date and it is observed as the National Integration Day. Now Indira Priyadarshini Nehru, this is her full name. She was born on 19th November in the year 1917 to Jawaharlal Nehru and Kamala Nehru. Okay, she was the first and the only female Prime Minister of India. Again, very important point that our first and only female Prime Minister, okay, was Indira Gandhi. Okay, so you have to remember that. She founded the Bal Charkha Sangh. And she founded the Bal Charkha Sangh in 1930 to teach children spinning and weaving. So this is based on this Bal Charkha Sangh, this is based on the Gandhian ideology, right? The Gandhian ideology that every child, they should be, self-reliant. So spinning and weaving, this is taught in these, organizations. This was founded in 1930 by Indira Gandhi. She served as our prime minister from the year 1966 to 1977, and then again from 1980 to 1984. A lot of things happened during her tenure, right? Much debated, but she was our first and the only female prime minister. Remember this. Longest tenure, she was the second longest serving Indian prime minister. And who was the longest serving prime minister? That was her father, Jawaharlal Nehru. So, Jawaharlal Nehru was our longest serving continuous prime minister. So, after that, the second longest serving prime minister was Indira Gandhi. Okay. Now, during her tenure, East Pakistan came to be, right? Bangladesh, it split up. Now, during her tenure, East Pakistan became Bangladesh after the separation from West Pakistan, right? So, Bangladesh was previously a part of Pakistan. In 1971, this got separated out, right? And East Pakistan, which became the Bangladesh, okay, it became a separate nation. Now, during her tenure, as I said, a lot of things happened. The infamous emergency, this took place between 1975 to 1977. So, emergency, this related, all the important data that there is, all the important informations in your polity. This is important. If okay, you need to go through this. If you're following Lakshmikant or whichever book you're following or notes you're following, go through this. Okay, so in emergency, which article it falls under? Okay, what are the three kinds of emergencies? So all these are also important. I'm not getting into the details over here. Now, Indira Gandhi, she was assassinated, okay, she was killed on 31st October 1984 by her own bodyguards, okay, after ordering a military action during the Operation Blue Star. So, during her tenure, this situation was going on with the Sikhs, right? So it was a very riot kind of situation. And during this time only, her own bodyguards, they assassinated her. Okay, after her ordering of the military action during Operation Blue Star. Now, she received the Bharat Ratna in the year 1971 and the Bangladesh Freedom Honor in 2011, because during her time, Bangladesh was formed and Bangladesh definitely received a lot of help from India. So she received these two honors, Bharat Ratna in the year 1971, year is important, and Bangladesh Freedom Honor in 2011. Okay. Now let's talk about this International Men's Day. So we celebrate International Women's Day also. When do we celebrate that? Comment it in the comment section. And November 19th, it is celebrated as International Men's Day. Okay, celebrating positive male role models. So that is why this International Men's Day is celebrated, and this year's theme was positive male role models. Okay, this day was first proposed in 1992 by Dr. Jerome Tilak Singh. Okay, so since then it has been celebrated every year on this date, November 19th. The next current affair is Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla declared India's 56th Tiger Reserve. So Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve, it is located where? In Chhattisgarh. Important again, and it has been notified as India's 56th Tiger Reserve. So how many tiger reserves does India have now? 56. Okay, and it has become the third largest tiger reserves in India. Which is the largest tiger reserve? It is the Nagarjun Sagar Tiger Reserve, right? Chhattisgarh now has a total of 4 tiger reserves. After the formation of this Guru Ghasidas Tamor Pingla Tiger Reserve, okay, now Chhattisgarh will have 4 tiger reserves in total, and India will have 56 tiger reserves. Regarding these tiger reserves, All right, let's look at a few points. That when from did we start conserving, protecting tigers? So Project Tiger, this was launched in 1973, and 9 tiger reserves were formed to conserve tigers. So this was the beginning of our conservation of tigers properly in a systematic manner. So in 1973, Project Tiger was introduced. This year is important to remember. Okay. Now, a tiger reserve is based on a core buffer strategy, separating the critical habitats and the adjoining areas. So, the actual habitats, meaning the actual places where these tigers reside, they stay, okay, that is separated out from the adjoining areas. That is the core buffer strategy. Okay. Now, the first tiger reserve, these GK points, these are important for your GS section. Very, very important. All the tiger reserves, all the wildlife sanctuaries, national parks, these are important, right? So, the first tiger reserve, this was the Corbett Tiger Reserve in Uttarakhand. So, Corbett Tiger Reserve in Uttarakhand, it was established 1973. Okay, this was one of the first under the Project Tiger. So, this is important. Next is the largest tiger reserve, as I've told you. Nagarjuna Sagar Srisailam Tiger Reserve. It is located where? In Andhra Pradesh. It is the largest tiger reserve in India. Okay. And which is the smallest tiger reserve? It is the Bor Tiger Reserve in Maharashtra. Okay. So that is the smallest tiger reserve. Global Tiger Day. The world observes the Global Tiger Day on July 29th every year. So July 29th is observed as Global Tiger Day. Remember this point. And also India has its national animal as what? Tiger is our national animal. So now remember one point, one interesting point, that before 1973, India had its national animal as lion. Okay. And in 1973, after this Project Tiger was launched, tiger was taken up as our national animal. So before that it was lion. Okay. So that is all the important current affairs that there is. All right. So join the Telegram channel to download it. And if you have any doubt or any feedback, okay, if you want to give us any positive feedback, that would help us in, it would keep us motivated in providing you with all these important current affairs, right, along with all the important static GKs. Okay. So if you have anything to that you want to let us know, please comment it in the comment section and we can get back to you. Okay. So that is all for today. Thank you, everyone.